How's it going there, Liberty? You guys, how do you like the meeting so far? Everybody's paying attention, right? Because we're getting ready to go to work here. Uh,
Yeah, Doc.
okay, good. That's it. There you go. None of that sir bullshit. All right, here we go. And Matt's going to read and tell everybody what this meeting is about. You ready to go, Matt?
Yep.
Uh, let's see. But
Oh,
before he does that, I'm going to do one thing here. What the hell is it? Host tools. Okay, I'm going to your pictures. Okay, your profile pictures are on, and you can also um, turn your video on too. You guys can turn your video on, and you can turn your pictures on. And over to you, Matt. Matt is in. Where are you today, Matt?
Niagara Falls.
That's at
Just
Niagara Falls.
celebrating the Bills win against the Kansas City Chiefs is awesome.
Okay, that's an outside issue. So Matt is going to explain to everybody what this meeting is all. Not that I ever mentioned outside issues. Okay, go right ahead, Matt. Over to you.
Yep. Made alcoholic. Welcome to Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. If you're new to AA or coming back, this meeting is for you. This group is exactly what the name says, a workshop. We read 5 AA books, work the steps, sponsor you, give writing and reading assignments. We'll teach you an AA program. We move right along here and people get well here. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop is a step workshop. Unlike most AA meetings, it's not a speaker's meeting nor a discussion meeting. It's more like an AA class, AA 101. You want to have the attitude of learning, do the assigned reading and writing on the steps. We'll take you through the steps in AA books in short order. So if you're looking for guidance and direction in an AA program, this meeting is for you. Security for Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. We use the waiting room. You come in, we ask your first name, last initial, country or city, and how long you've been sober. We have chat turned off. You can chat with the host or co-host. Unmute is turned off. Cameras and pictures are turned off at the beginning of the meeting. We turn them on later. We don't exchange phone numbers. You can get the number of the host for text and support. Here's our email for meeting confirmation, stepworkshop1@gmail.com. This is good for school, class, work, probation, court orders, etc. And there's a link to the meeting in chat. We do all of the above for safety reasons since everyone is new here and we want to protect you. Zoom bombers try to get in, the above eliminates them. You'll notice this is a step workshop and not a speakers or discussion meeting. It's like a class, AA 101, AA University. It's a very unique meeting since we use the same principles AA used between 1932 and 1939. Everybody works in the group and moves through the 12 steps to live our lives free from alcohol and learn a new way of living. Glad you can make it. Announcements. AA in this meeting is supported by our own contributions to Seventh Traditions. You can make donations to @Jann-Scott in Venmo. Contributions go to pay for Zoom. We make monthly donations to Boulder 1 AA and Boulder County AA. We spend about $250 a month. This group meets daily with the following formats. Monday, step meeting, 12 and 12, me Monday. Tuesday, big book, t-shirt Tuesday, AA inspired as preferred. Wednesday, as Bill sees it, sunglass Wednesday. Thursday's beginners, steps 1, 2, or 3, or any beginner related topic, and it's Dog Thursday. Friday's open, chair picks the topic, and it's Cat Friday. Saturday, living sober, virtual background day. And Sunday, daily reflections, fashion Sunday. Please join me in the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. AA Preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We're self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. There's a link to the newcomers packet in chat. With that, back to you in the studio, Jan.
This is a pretty serious meeting. KC and the Sunshine Band. All right, Rebecca's dancing. This is good. Down to that. Woo. Good down. This would be the theme song for today, because we're about to get down. So I take it, Rebecca, did you used to dance to this when you went to the disco? And look at it, totally. And this would be you too, right, Preston? Aaron likes
Heck
it right
yeah.
here. Yeah, of course. Aaron, you dancing with her.
Okay.
You were dancing to this when you dated your wife, right now? Oh, and I know, Leslie, this is you, right? Back in your disco days.
Oh, shoot.
Sam's dancing. There we go. All right, we're losing fans.
Get down tonight.
Oh, no, too much. Oh, boy. Whew.
Oh my God, get down. What kind of AA meeting is this? I know.
Too much
Someone,
fun.
uh,
We are
no
not a
idea
glum lot.
what got into him. I came here to get sober. I know. I would just let this. Okay, so today we read from
12 and 12.
12. Yeah, exactly. 12 by 12. Who said that?
Aaron.
Aaron, good. Such a smart girl. Okay, and so let's read from step 2 today. And then who's got the 12 by 12? Does anybody actually have the book? Oh, it looks like Glenn. Gwen, you have it, right? And Preston, you're going to put up a link to the 12 by 12. Okay, everybody's got it. So you girls that have the book, raise your hands. Okay, so I can see it. Anybody actually has the book. Preston's putting up a link to the book. Is that right, or is Matt putting it up? Put it up, Matt. I don't see it there, do I? Oh, there it is. Step 2. Okay, good. Okay, over to you, Lisa. You want to start reading? Here we go. On step 2, came to believe power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. We need that today. Step 2 and 12 steps and 12 traditions.
Hold on. Let me get to that page. Sorry.
Yeah, what page is it on? There it is, 25 to 33.
Okay, there we go. All right. Come to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. The moment they read step 2, most AA newcomers are confronted with a dilemma, sometimes a serious one. How often have we heard them cry out, "Look what you people have done to us. You have convinced us that we are alcoholics and that our lives are unmanageable. Having reduced us to a state of absolute helplessness, you now declare that none but a higher power can remove our obsession. Some of us won't believe in God, others can't, and others still who do believe that God exists have no faith whatever. He will perform, have no faith whatever. He will perform this miracle. Yes, you've got us under the barrel, all right, but where do we go from here? Let's look first at the case of the one who says he won't believe, the belligerent one. He is in a state of mind which can be described as a savage. His whole philosophy of life, in which he's so glorified, is threatened. It's bad enough, he thinks, to admit alcohol has him down for keeps. But now, still smarting from that admission, he is faced with something really impossible. How he does cherish the thought that man, risen so majestically from a single cell in a primordial ooze, is the spearhead of evolution and therefore the only God that his universe knows. Must he renounce all this to save himself?
Stop right there. Next person who wants to read. Uh, okay, go ahead, Gwen. You guys follow along and unmute these people for me.
Hi, Gwen, alcoholic. At this juncture, his AA sponsor usually laughs. This, the newcomer thinks, is just about the last straw. This is the beginning of the end, and so it is, the beginning of the end of his old life and the beginning of his emergence into a new one. His sponsor probably says, take it easy. The hoop you have to jump through is a lot wider than you think. At least I found it so. So did a friend of mine who was a one-time vice president of the American Atheist Society, and he got through with room to spare. Well, says the newcomer, I know you're telling me the truth. It's no doubt a fact that AA is full of people who once believed as I do. But just how, in these circumstances, does a fellow take it easy? That's what I want to know. That, agrees the sponsor, is a very good question indeed. I think I can tell you exactly how to relax. You won't have to work at it very hard either. Listen, if you will, to these 3 statements. First, Alcoholics Anonymous does not demand that you believe anything. All of its 12 steps are but suggestions. Second, to get sober and to stay sober, you don't have to swallow all of step 2 right now. Looking back, I find that I find that I took it piecemeal myself. Third, all you really need is a truly open mind. Just resign from the debating society and quit bothering yourself with such deep questions as whether it was the hen or the egg that came first. Again, I say all you need is the open mind. The sponsor continues. Take, for example, my own case. I had a scientific schooling. Naturally, I respected, venerated, even worshiped science. As a matter of fact, I still do, all except the worship part. Time after time, my instructors held up to me the basic principle of all scientific progress, search and research again and again, always with the open mind. When I first looked at AA, my reaction was just like yours. This AA business, I thought it totally unscientific. This I can't swallow. I simply won't consider such nonsense.
Okay,
Then
perfect. Hey,
okay.
just a sec. Okay, hey, Rebecca, you had your hand up, right? Did you want to read or not?
Sorry, I had my eyes dilated today,
Oh,
so I can't really read.
Okay. Hi, Leslie, how about you? Right over where, then I woke up, page 27.
Yep. Then I woke up. I had to admit that AA showed results, prodigious results. I saw that my attitude regarding these had been anything but scientific. It wasn't AA that had the closed mind, it was me. The minute I stopped arguing, I could begin to see and feel. Right there, step 2, gently and very gradually, began to infiltrate my life. I can't say upon what occasion or upon what day I came to believe in a power greater than myself, but I certainly have that belief now. To acquire it, I had only to stop fighting and practice the rest of the AA's program as enthusiastically as I could. This is only one man's opinion based on his own experience, of course. I must quickly assure you that AAs tread innumerable paths in their quest for faith. If you don't care for the one I've suggested, you'll be sure to discover one that suits you, if only you look and listen. Many a man like you has begun to solve the problem by the method of substitution. You can, if you wish, make AA itself your higher power. Here's a very large group of people who have solved their alcohol problem. In this respect, they are certainly a power greater than you, who have not even come close to a solution. Surely, you can have faith in them. Even this minimum of faith will be enough. You will find many members who have crossed the threshold just this way. All of them will tell you that once across, their faith broadened and deepened. Relieved of the alcohol obsession, their lives unaccountably transformed. They came to believe in a higher power, and most of them began to talk of God. Consider next the plight of those who once had faith but have lost it.
Okay,
There will be.
stop right there, and we'll move on to, go ahead, Charles, you're up. Consider next. You have to unmute. Page 28, consider next the plate. Okay. Can you do it? Can you
All
unmute me?
right, all right, yes, all right. 28. Consider next the plight of those who once had faith but have lost it. There will be those who have drifted into indifference, those filled with self-sufficiency, who have cut themselves off, those who have become prejudiced against religion, and those who are downright defiant because God has failed to fulfill their demands. Can AA experience tell all of these? They may still find a faith that works. Sometimes AA comes harder to those who have lost or rejected faith than to those who never had any faith at all, for they think they have tried faith and found it wanting. They have tried the way of faith and the way of no faith. Since both ways have proved bitterly disappointing, they've concluded there is no place whatever for them to go. The roadblocks of indifference, fancied self sufficiency, prejudice, and defiance often prove more solid and more formidable for these people than any erected by the unconvinced agnostic or even the militant atheist. Religion says the existence of God can be proved. The agnostic says it can't be proved. And the atheist claims proof of the non existence of God. Obviously, the dilemma of the wanderer from faith is that of profound confusion. He thinks himself lost to the comfort of any conviction at all. He cannot attain, in even a small degree, the assurance of the believer, the agnostic or the atheist. He is the bewildered one. Any number of eight. Keep going.
Keep going, yeah.
All right. Any number of AAs can say to the drifter, yes, we were diverted from our childhood faith too. The overconfidence of youth was too much for us. Of
Stop
course,
right
we are
there.
glad.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, I know. Probably shouldn't have done that. I apologize. Over to you, Sam. At very bottom of page 28. Of course we were. Thank you, everybody, for
I see
reading.
it. I see it. All right. Sam, alcoholic. Um, well, of course, we were glad that good home and religious training had given us certain values. We were still sure that we ought to be fairly honest, tolerant, and just, that we ought to be ambitious and hardworking. We became convinced that such simple rules of fair play and decency would be enough. As material success founded upon no more than these ordinary attributes began to come to us, we felt we were winning at the game of life. This was exhilarating, and it made us happy. Why should we be bothered with theological abstractions and religious duties, or with the state of our souls here or hereafter? The here and now was good enough for us. The will to win would carry us through. But then alcohol began to have its way with us. Finally, when all our scorecards read 0, and we saw that one more strike would put us out of the game forever, we had to look for our lost faith. It was in AA that we rediscovered it, and so can you. Now we come to another kind of problem: the intellectually self-sufficient man or woman. To these, many AAs can say, "Yes, we were like you, far too smart for our own good. We love to have people call us precocious. We used our education to blow ourselves up into prideful balloons, though we were careful to hide this from others. Secretly, we felt we could float above the rest of the folks on our brain power alone. Scientific progress told us that there was nothing man couldn't do. Knowledge was all powerful. Intellect could conquer nature. Since we were brighter than most folks, so we thought, the spoils of victory would be ours for the thinking. The God of intellect displaced the God of our fathers. But again, John Barleycorn had other ideas. Who
Stop
had
right
won?
there. Okay, how about you, Matt? Who else wants to read? Raise your hand. Kick it over to Matt.
We who had won so handsomely in a walk turned into all-time losers. We saw that we had to reconsider or die. We found many in AA who once thought as we did. They helped us to get down to our right size. By their example, they showed us that humility and intellect could be compatible, provided we placed humility first. When we began to do that, we received the gift of faith, a faith which works. The faith is for you too. This faith is for you too. Another crowd of AAs says, we were plumb disgusted with religion and all its works. The Bible, we said, was full of nonsense. We could cite its chapter and verse, and we couldn't see the Beatitudes for the begats. In spots, its morality was impossibly good. In others, it seemed impossibly bad. But it was the morality of the religionists themselves that really got us down. We gloated over the hypocrisy, bigotry, and crushing self-righteousness that clung to many believers, even in their Sunday best. How we loved to shout the damaging fact that millions of the good men of religion were still killing one another off in the name of God. This all meant, of course, that we had substituted negative for positive thinking. After we came to AA, we had to recognize that this trait had been an ego-feeding proposition. In belaboring the sins of some religious people, we could feel superior to all of them. Moreover, we could avoid looking at some of our own shortcomings. Self-righteousness, the very thing that we had contemptuously condemned in others, was our own besetting evil. This phony form of respectability was our undoing, so far as faith was concerned. But finally, driven to AA, we learned better.
Okay, over to you, Aaron. Thank you for reading. There you go. We're at the top of page 31. As psychiatrists. See it?
Sorry. Okay, hold on just a second. Whoops, top of 32.
31.
Oh, 31, sorry. I had it all set and then I was muted, so
Okay.
here we go. As psychiatrists have often observed, defiance is the outstanding characteristic of many an alcoholic. So it is not strange that lots of us have our day at defying God himself. Sometimes it's because God has not delivered us the good things of life, which we specified as a greedy child makes an impossible list for Santa Claus. More often, though, we had met up with some major calamity and, to our way of thinking, lost out because God deserted us. The girl we wanted to marry had other notions. We prayed God that she'd change her mind, but she didn't. We prayed for healthy children and were presented with sick ones, or none at all. We prayed for promotions at business and none came. Loved ones upon whom we had heartily depended were taken from us by so-called acts of God. Then we became drunkards and asked God to stop that, but nothing happened. This was the unkindest cut of all. Damn this faith business, we said. When we encountered AA, the fallacy of our defiance was revealed. At no time we had asked what God's will was for us. Instead, we had been telling him what it ought to be. No man we saw could believe in God and defy him too. Belief meant reliance, not defiance. In AA, we saw the fruits of this belief, men and women spared from alcohol's final catastrophe. We saw them meet and transcend their other pains and trials. We saw them calmly accept impossible situations, seeking neither to run nor recriminate. This was not only faith, it was faith that worked under all conditions. We soon concluded that whatever price in humility we must pay, we would
Okay.
pay.
Good. Thank you. Stop right there. And then over to Gwen. You want to pick it up again?
Sure. Now let's take
Hey, everybody, let's introduce ourselves. So usually we'll go
Oh.
Jan, alcoholic. So let's make sure we
Gwen,
keep doing that.
alcoholic.
Thank you.
Yep. Now let's take the guy full of faith, but still reeking of alcohol. He believes he is devout. His religious observance is scrupulous. He's sure he still believes in God, but suspects that God doesn't believe in him. He takes pledges and more pledges. Following each, he not only drinks again, but acts worse than the last time. Valiantly, he tries to fight alcohol, imploring God's help, but the help doesn't come. What then can be the matter? To clergymen, doctors, friends, and families, the alcoholic who means well and tries hard is a heartbreaking riddle. To most AAs, he is not. There are too many of us who have been just like him and have found the riddle's answer. This answer has to do with the quality of faith rather than its quantity. This has been our blind spot. We supposed we had humility when we really hadn't. We supposed we had been serious about religious practices when upon honest appraisal, we found we had only been superficial. Or going to the other extreme, we had wallowed in emotionalism and had mistaken it for true religious feeling. In both cases, we had been asking something for nothing. The fact was, we really hadn't cleaned house so that the grace of God could enter us and expel the obsession. In no deep or meaningful sense had we ever taken stock of ourselves, made amends to those we had harmed, or freely given to any other human without any demand for reward. We had not even prayed rightly. We had always said, "Grant me my wishes," instead of "Thy will be done." The love of God and man we understood not at all. Therefore, we remained self-deceived and so incapable of receiving enough grace to restore us to sanity.
Stop right there. So, hey, Emily, you want to pick it up from there? Can you read the last
Yes.
page? Few indeed. Go ahead.
Emily Addict. Few indeed are the practicing alcoholics who have any idea how irrational they are, or seeing their irrationality can bear to face it. Some will be willing to term themselves problem drinkers, but cannot endure the suggestion that they are in fact mentally ill. They are abetted in this blindness by a world which does not understand the difference between sane drinking and alcoholism. Sanity is defined as soundness of mind, yet no alcoholic, soberly analyzing his destructive behavior, whether the destruction fell on the dining room furniture or his own moral fiber, can claim soundness of mind for himself. Therefore, step 2 is the rallying point for all of us. Whether agnostic, atheist, or former believer, we can stand together on this step. True humility and an open mind can lead us to faith, and every AA meeting is an assurance that God will restore us to sanity if we rightly relate ourselves to Him.
All right, perfect. Thanks everybody for reading. I'm Jan, I'm alcoholic. So, Preston, I'm going to ask you if you would you put the instructions for the second step in chat so that everybody can see it? And so what we're going to do right now is a little bit of an exercise. So for our purposes in this meeting, um, we like to think of God as love, or God as a universal life force, or God as good orderly direction. Step 2 says, came to believe a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And then step 3 says, we made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. But maybe we don't have an understanding of God. So in this exercise, and you guys at Liberty, you're going to do it too. Everybody get a piece of paper and pen, scurry, 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 and and even if you've done this before, we want you to do it right now. So the what we're going to do is write down 10. Here it is. It says it right here. If God were a best friend um, or a superhero, write down 10 attributes of God as a best friend. So you get to describe and define your own God. So some examples we've had, like for me, we're going to have a God that will take care of me, will heal my alcoholism, will answer my prayers, um, will talk to me, will give me good direction, good orderly direction, show me what to do. So everybody, even if you've done this before, 10 attributes of a best friend if God were a best friend. So everybody start writing right now, even if you've done it before. Preston, Matt, do it again. Emily, do everybody. You guys at Liberty start writing right now. This is your assignment. This is a workshop. This is the workshop part. Kate, start writing. Everybody. Was we're going to go around the room. Okay, so including me, I am writing, writing. Okay, so let's see. God, we're a best friend or a superhero. A superhero, he would protect me. and he would stop cars from hitting me. He would always make sure I made enough money to pay my monthly bills. Um, make sure I have a good job. Superhero could do anything, all powerful. Uh, let's see, help me get a new Corvette. Uh, what else? There you go. So everybody's writing down 10 attributes of God. If God were a best friend or a superhero, give me good dreams at night. What else? I'll have good friends. Keep evil away from me. Um, protect me, protect my mind, help heal my mind, help heal all my organs and my all my internal organs. Heal. That God is a healer. He would be a healer. Could just praying about anything, he would heal anything that was going on with me. Would heal my mind, would heal my sight, would heal my heart, would heal my attitude. Um, wow. Would be more than my best friend, would be with me always, would never leave me. Okay, let's go around the room. Emily, what'd you come up with? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. This is my homework last night, so this is great. Okay, heal my trauma and resentment, keep me clean, help me work the steps, keep my mind clear, heal me of sickness of body and mind, make me joyous again, comfort me, protect me from loneliness, never abandon me, guide me in my spirituality, fill me with the Holy Spirit, heal my marriage and all relationships, make me laugh and not take myself too seriously, stop me from overthinking and being so sensitive, all knowing and all powerful.
Is that 10?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Over to Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron.
Okay, I'm Erin and I'm an alcoholic. Loyalty, leave me or be there for me no matter what. Quiet my mind from negative self-talk. Protect me, my kids, family, and friends. To guide me, to help me to turn my will over to him, to love me, to comfort me, to keep evil away, to relieve my desire to drink, and to be a healer.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, very good. Okay, you're up next, Gwen. Go.
Gwen, alcoholic. God would be at my side, believing in me and supporting me. 2, God would speak positively to me and about me. God would stand up for me. 4, God would love me when I was unlovable. 5, God would be there at my time of need. 6, God would listen to me. 7, God would be honest with me. 8, God would be dependable and keep his word. 9, God would accept me as I am at the time. And 10, God would trust me and I know I can trust him.
I love it. So if God were a best friend or a superhero, could do anything, 10 attributes of what God would be. Okay, Charles, over to you.
I just did a bunch of adjectives. I did noble, loving, lenient, guiding, divine, non-judgmental, understanding, funny, powerful, loyalty/alliance, and then as a bonus, I did energizing.
Yeah, if God were a superhuman, the best friend. Yep. Okay, over to you, Lisa. What do you got? Thanks, Charles.
Let's see. I had keeps me sober, not judgmental, caring, knowledgeable, good listener, responsive to my wishes, financially, emotionally, and physically, protects myself and my kids as a healer, happy and positive, not abandoning and loyal and respectful.
I like that. And he would grant my wishes. What do
Well,
you
you
think
said
this is?
superpower.
A
He's a
genie?
genie in a bottle. I don't
No,
know.
he's and not be judgmental. There you go. That'll go over big in heaven. All right, how about you, Matt? Go.
It keeps me sober, helps guide me, keep me and my family safe, be honest, loyal, always there for me anytime, keep my mind focused, be supportive, non-judgmental, listen to my prayers and give me positive signs of support.
Perfect. Does God work in your life?
Yeah, he seems to be. I mean, little miracles happen all the time.
Is he answering prayers? Does he talk back to you?
I mean, he doesn't verbally talk, but I think he talks back in other ways, at least in my mind.
Talks to me. I get booming voices from clouds. Things like, "What are you doing?" What? Okay, over to you, Preston. Go.
Preston, alcoholic. God can keep me sober. All powerful, available to me. Puts corrective measures in my life. Won't let me fall. Leads me down the right path. Speaks to me through others. Heals my body, mind, spirit. Blesses me with good things and gives me peace of mind.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Go ahead, Ron. You're next.
I said, always love me, always be there and never leave me, always accessible, keep me from drinking and keep me sober, always keep me sane, help me to show the same love to others, always forgive me, keep me safe from harm, and always be supportive.
There you go. Perfect. That's just what he does. Okay, how about you, Sam? You're up.
Hey, thank you. Sam, alcoholic. So for me, it starts with keep me from drinking. He helps me to stay accountable to myself and loved ones. Keeps me going on my sobriety journey, and that includes coming to this meeting every day and doing the steps. Always be there for me, regardless of the situation. Supportive listener, guides me to make good decisions. Loyal, kind but firm when I need to hear the truth. Patient and won't abandon me.
Yep, there you go. Perfect. That's it. Rebecca, did we call on you yet? No? Go ahead.
So, hi, Rebecca, alcoholic. My God is, my higher power is always present, is quiet, yet my higher power is also Jan Dog. What are you doing?
I
Because I
know
need
it.
that. I need
Yeah,
someone to sometimes set me straight,
yeah,
on the right path.
yeah.
So also heals me and embracing and loving and keeps me sober and keeps me accountable.
All right, perfect. All right, how about you guys and your kids in Liberty House? What'd you guys come up with? Anything? I know there's 13 of you, but what do we have there? What did you come up with? Jan to Liberty House.
Okay. Offers proof of wellness and recovery. Gives us the faith in the ability to change and encourages and celebrates achievements, encourages self-advocacy and self-sufficiency, listens and cares, is trusted, and gives us areas for growth, tells the truth. He's honest and identifies roadblocks. Is a role model for recovery,
Nice.
assists in structuring our daily activities, resolves roadblocks and problems, gives us knowledge about resources and help, professional help, is a companion, advocate, cheerleader, and inspiration.
That did you guys? Is this a like of all of you? This is like what you came up with, or is this just yours?
This is something that we had in our homework.
Oh, really? Okay. There you go. All right. Good job. Uh, God. If God were a superhero there, Jeff, what
Jeff Alcoholic, South Florida, in South Beach. Thank you, Jan. Okay, this reading took me right back to when I first came in, and I want to just tell you how I felt. I said, if God were my best friend, he would help to open my eyes okay, so that I could see that I was in the right place, so that I would listen to what the people were saying, so that I'd realize that I was not just a guy who drank too much too long, too often, but I'm an alcoholic and therefore I'm insane. And that please give me the right direction in my mind, God, to have me keep coming to these meetings so that I can listen to their insanity and realize theirs is mine, because they're further along in dealing with their insanity than I am, because I'm a new guy. And be right there whispering these things in my ear, God. Set me, help me every day at every meeting to see my insanity and to see that my problem, what is it? Oh, that my problem is the absence of spirituality. My problem is not the bottom, and help me to attain that spirituality. This thing
Jeff, I
is
have a
real. Hey,
question.
thank you.
Does
Right.
does does God talk to you?
Yes. Yes.
You get
But
answers.
he talks to me now. But what I'm telling, what I'm suddenly, I'm like on day one in my mind when
Yeah.
especially when I'm hearing people come in.
Yeah.
What was my thinking? What kept me coming back here? As crazy as this whole AA
Let's
thing
go to
sounded.
Leslie. Go, Leslie. Thank you, Jeff.
Leslie, I'm an alcoholic. God is trustworthy, loyal, loving, keeps me sober, corrects my thinking, watches over my friends and family, helps me live the 12 steps, removes my resentments and depression, keeps me grateful, and increases my joy.
Does he?
Well, I hope so. I mean, if I
Yes,
can
yes,
pick, if I
yes.
can say what, yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, okay. Because God actualizes this stuff for me. When I talk to him, it like he answers the prayers. That's the interesting thing about God. Go ahead, Kate. Where are you calling from, Kate, and how long you been sober?
Hi, my name is Kate. I'm an alcoholic. I have 5 days and I'm from Napa, California, and I'm currently at a detox center.
Oh, good for you. Okay.
Yep. So qualities. My children are happy and live contented lives always. Uh, make me happy. I only ever wanted to feel happy. Take away my desire to drink forever. I will be in perfect health with inner peace. Live a life filled with adventure and joy. Take away all my anxiety.
Mhm.
Heal my marriage. A God that shows me unconditional love. A God that makes me always a good mother, the very best mother.
Yeah.
A God that helps me learn to connect with others. A God that shows me that he, she, whatever exists. And lastly, win the lottery. It's honest.
Well, okay. Uh, I mean, okay, let's go to Shane. Hey, Shane, you're up next.
Hey, I have 9. I hope that's
Okay,
okay because I was like
that's fine.
crossing and rewriting and stuff.
I know it's all right.
Excuse me. God is a best friend. Okay. Would understand my true nature over my actions. Someone who listens, someone willing to help achieve my goals, someone who reciprocates love, someone I get along with, someone honest, someone who doesn't judge, someone who guides me in my sobriety journey, and someone who gives me space to love myself.
Perfect. There you go. Let's go down to, okay, Aaron, how about you? And Aaron in Pensacola. We got two guys in Pensacola today. If God were a best friend, 10 attributes of God if you were a best friend or superhuman. I have the feeling that Aaron and Robert are like out on their boat or something. I can feel it. Well, okay, we'll just ask Robert.
Oh,
Robert, yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
okay.
Hit.
So I'm actually currently still at work, so I'm kind of I didn't get full 10 on here, but oh yeah, let me introduce myself. Aaron, alcoholic. So what I had down here is a clarity of mind and heart. It would protect me from all harm of any sort. Would heal all of my relationships with my family and just about anything. Would help me uh, uh, be able to get any kind of, let me continue actually. I didn't, that was not a fully developed thought.
No, but it's perfect. I get it. You got 5 so far.
Okay. And um,
Good enough.
I
Don't
think
go
that's
any.
it.
Okay, perfect. Let's go to Bruce in Montana. What'd you come up with, Bruce?
I'm very foggy headed.
Okay.
I'm going through the
Uh,
DTs at the moment.
oh yeah. Yeah, I know
I'm
about that. Where are you now? Are you at home? Are you in a
yes,
hospital? Mhm.
I'm at home.
And do you
I'm
have you talked to your primary care physician?
no.
You
Um
might when you're going through DTs. I used to run the Alcohol Recovery Center here in Boulder. I ran the overnight shift for about a year, and I've seen a lot of people go through DTs. So it's a 'cause sometimes it's good if you talk to your. Do you have a primary care physician?
no. I don't have any insurance.
Is there a medical center near you or a hospital?
I live 10 miles out of town.
I see. Okay.
Um
Hmm. Do you have
I
any? Do you have any meds?
no.
So you
I
don't have
don't take any
you don't have
I don't
take
take
any.
any medications at all.
Well, this would be the case when you would need it. If you're day one, you're starting to go through DTs. What are you shaking on the inside?
Yes.
Is that the
And
beginning
on
of
the
it?
outside.
And on the outside? And when your DTs progress, what do they progress to?
Um I'm sort of halfway there, I think.
Okay.
Um,
Well, some
I'm,
people just get the shakes on the inside and outside, but sometimes they turn into, you know, they go beyond tremens into, you know, visual, audio,
yeah,
hallucinations.
no, I'm not having any sort of hallucinations or anything.
Yeah.
I'm,
How much you drink?
I'm,
How much you drink? How much you drink in a day?
um, well, I had a 3 liter box of wine. I probably shouldn't even be speaking. I had the last of it, early this morning,
Uh,
and
well,
I've just been laying quietly since
all
then.
right. Anyway, so my suggestion always when people are going through withdrawals and DTs is to make contact with health professionals, including, you know, maybe before it gets too bad, including like, you know, the ambulance, county, the police, so that the police can come and pick you up. We used to have that all the time. The sheriff or police would go to people's houses out, you know, and bring them into the ARC Alcohol Recovery Center. And probably where you are in Montana, you have a county detox center. So that would be my suggestion. I'd probably call the police and get transported to detox. That would be the way to go. James in Arkansas, you're next.
Hey, James, alcoholic, wrote down, help me stay sober, make me happy about it, uh, make my marriage better, successful in business, fixing the underlying health problems, be a better dad, protect my family, bring this country together, help my extended family, and find some fun in other ways.
Well, you came to the right meeting if you want fun, I'll tell you that. Uh, yeah, I found that that was truly true for me too, that God did transform my whole life, everything, you know, business, work, finances, all of it. So there is this thing called God, and from my experience, does exist and will help us um, resolve a lot of issues. There's a saying in AA that says it right at the end of how it works. No human power could have relieved our alcoholism that God could and would if he were sought. So what we find is that therapy and all of that goes so far, but in Alcoholics Anonymous, we deal with the fourth dimension. And the fourth dimension is the spiritual dimension. And it is the one. So if you look to see where the sober people are in the world, they are all in AA. All right. Alcoholics Anonymous in the 1930s, the first 100 members all stayed sober, 80 to 100%. Today, when alcoholics try to recover in AA or otherwise, only 10% of them stay sober. Why is that? Two reasons. One is they don't have do this 12-step process, okay, and two, they they don't do the 12-step process in AA. What is Alcoholics Anonymous? Alcoholics Anonymous is a 12-step process. Teaches you how to live your life without drinking. It's a new way of living. And also, once you sober up, then you can find a group or a meeting to go to. There are thousands of them all over the world. And you have a meeting that you check in with, for the rest of your life, like I do right here. 46 years sober, and I show up at AA meetings. Jeff, 39 years, keeps coming. Why is that? Because it's what alcoholics kind of need to do. It doesn't go away. Like one lesbian friend said to another, it's not going to go away. You can date guys all you want, but okay. So anyways, with that, drum roll. Do we have any drum roll effects? No. Somebody's looking for them. We're going to let Matt's going to read the promises. Go right ahead, Matt.
And man alcoholic. These are the promises on page 83 of the big book. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed before we are halfway through. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We'll comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They'll always materialize if we work for them. Back to you, Jan, in the studio.
Here comes the serenity prayer. Goes like this. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I can change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So this meeting is officially over. And if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask. Any questions about this meeting or AA as a whole? Tell me I'm your lover man. Oh, baby. Mamas and Papas, 1965. Dancing with God, right? That's what we do here. Come on, pretty baby, and take a chance. Hey, baby. All right. There we go. This is good. This is good.
Hi, this is Monica, and I just wanted to
Yep.
say thank you for another wonderful meeting, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time.
Glad you're here. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Hey, Jan. It's Gwen.
Yeah.
The exercise we did today was the last one that you gave me, for my homework, along with reading Bill's story.
Well,
Is
we'll
there
we'll
any?
talk about that tomorrow. We'll go
Oh,
over that. Okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't know if you wanted me to
No.
do different homework.
No. No. But we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
So today was special because we had the kids from Liberty.
Okay.
To give them
All
some
right. See you
healing.
tomorrow.
Well, we always like it when treatment centers show up here. Now, if you guys from Liberty show up here tomorrow, you'll get another assignment. What? Oh, no. So, how'd you like today's meeting, Jeff?
Oh, what a meeting, Jeff, Alcoholics. I mean, this is incredible. This took me right back to the first day that I walked in. I mean, it just took my mind. Your mind is going right back there now, and you can remember. Yeah, it's incredible. It really is incredible, Jan. Really, thank
Yeah.
you,
Well,
everybody.
we want to live. We want to have fun. We
Yeah,
need we need God in our life, but we need healing. We need
yep.
healing so that we can stay sober. It's so important to have this higher power in our life. And Leslie, did I call on you? I can't remember. Did I miss you? I did. I missed you.
Yes, you did. No, you did. You called
Oh, I
on me. I
called
gave
you.
you
Oh,
my
okay.
list.
Oh, that's good. Okay, good.